YouTube bound community, Linda Ronstadt fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens, and we are here today to talk about Linda Ronstadt's album, Don't Cry Now. Now, this is definitely a more unusual album for me to talk about on this channel, but I figured, hey, it's my channel, why not? Let's talk about music while we're at it. I got this as a gift one time, and I was like, I kind of listened to it a little bit back in the day, and I was like, yeah, not bad, not bad. But I really wanted to give it a serious listen and see how I felt about it. And I came away from it actually really enjoying it. I think it's a really solid album. So Linda Ronstadt, obviously one of the biggest names in music. She was huge in the 70s. She was the lead singer of the Stone Ponies in the 60s with their song A Different Drum, written by Mike Nesmith, Papa Niz from the Monkees. That was probably their biggest single. And then she put out a couple of albums before this one, but this was like her first really, really big album apparently, and it sold like over 300,000 copies in 1974, so it was like a big deal. And it also started her collaborations with Peter Asher of Peter and Gordon fame, who wanted to produce a bunch of albums for her well into the 80s. So they had a long working relationship together, but this album came out on Asylum Records, and label mates the Eagles, and she does a cover of Desperado on this thing. But I really came away from this album with like a whole different appreciation for her music, and I kind of want to jump into it more and see what else is out there. I love the Stone Pony stuff. I think that was really cool, but I never jumped into her solo stuff, so this was fun. The album starts off with a song called I Can Almost See It. And right off the bat, I love the echo in her voice. I love the calm sort of pace. The storytelling that her voice gives off is really colorful and imaginative, and the harmonica on this thing is such a nice touch. I love that harmonica feel throughout this thing. Also love the slide guitars. Sometimes slide guitars sound super cheesy to me, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, I can understand that. Overall, I think a cool way to start the album off. I think you kind of get wrapped up into the vibe of what the rest of the album is going to be like, and kind of set the tone and the pace for what's going to happen, for the most part. Love Has No Pride. Her voice on this one blew me away. I was completely taken aback with how powerful and strong and articulate and full of life her voice was on this one. I love the really tight production on it. The drums have like this really precise, no echo feel, and having that underneath her voice I think is a cool effect and really drives a different vibe already into the album. So already off the bat, 2 songs and you're getting a bit of a different feel, which is nice because it kind of, not like you're expecting the same song over and over again, but it's cool to already have a difference. It's not just like 1, 2, 3, 4, same song over and over again. There's a different feel. The soul in her voice on this one is pretty, it's sad, and I love the build up to the bridge. Kind of a cool big build up. Silver Threads and Golden Needles is the 3rd song, and apparently this was a big song for her. It was a single, and it was like a big alternative country kind of smash at the time, so that's cool, and I can definitely see that. It's got that big country, rolling, rocking kind of feel. I love the steel guitars on this one too, and Linda's voice is really fun and sweet. You can tell she's really feeling the song. And that slide guitar solo was rad. So like at this point, 3 songs in, I'm kind of suckered into the slide guitar thing. Like her voice mixed with the slide guitar. Okay, I get it. Desperado. This is the Eagles song that she covers from the label mates, the Eagles. I said Eagles twice there. If you were paying attention at home, taking notes, this will be on the quiz later. It's a cover of their song. And I really love the piano on this. I love her voice on top of that piano and the way it blends together. The way she sings that whole line, you better let somebody love you at the end, really pulls it off. I absolutely adore that. Very cool. Just works really well for her vibe. Don't Cry Now is the title track and the closer of side 1, and I really love this, it's piano driven and it's got that smoky bar kind of feel. It's a song about reflection and contemplating your daily struggles, and I can totally see Jenny Lewis doing a song like this these days, like on her Voyager album. I can totally see her pulling this off, no problem. The dual guitar solo is cool, and I think it's a great way to end side 1. Kind of sums up a cohesive vibe for me. Side 2, track 1 starts off with a song called Sail Away by Randy Newman. I love this version. I think it's so cool. Again, that piano feel, and her voice is so warm on it. Absolutely love the vibe on this one. Not much else I can say about it, just well done. Colorado is the next track, and this is one of my favorite ones on the album. It's a song about taking it slow, chilling out, and another one I can see Jenny Lewis doing as well. But I love the build up to her long held out, the word wrong before she gets into the Colorado chorus again. Um, all kinds of storytelling in her voice and all kinds of imagery and color and tone. I love the detail and the preciseness in her words. Just really, again, it took me back because I wasn't expecting to enjoy this album as much as I did, only because I'm not familiar with her work. And when I was a kid, I don't know, I'm not sure how I felt about her music then too, but being so far removed from the '70s adult contemporary scene or even alt country scene, like it's not my usual thing that I jump into. But that's why I love music, because there's so much to choose from and so much to discover or rediscover again and again. That's why, like, I'll be 80 years old, probably still doing this and still surprised by music that came out, now. So, lots to choose from. Really like that song, Colorado. The Fast One, this is a cool rock vibe. Again, a song about getting over sadness and trying to see a better tomorrow, but she's got such a power in her voice, and I love the loose kind of vibe on this thing. That kind of ends the song, this kind of looseness, really cool. Everybody Loves a Winner. This is a slower ballad, and there's a cool line on it, when you lose it all. That was cool. I really enjoyed that line. I can almost see the Stones doing this, like a real loose Rolling Stones version. But again, the emotion in her voice sells it. And the last song on this album probably is also one of my favorites, I Believe in You. It's a Neil Young song. The sweetness and the beauty in her voice, she makes it her own. She completely makes it her own and totally nails it. It's got this pacing groove, and it's instantly catchy and hypnotic, and I love the chorus harmonies. Easily one of the best tracks on the album for me. I thought this was an absolute great way to end it. And it really does make the album sound like a cohesive thought, a feel, an emotion, a texture. Apparently Peter Asher, I don't think he produced the whole thing, but he produced a handful of tracks on this. His whole vibe with her was to put a set of songs together or a feel together to show off her talent, because she's super talented. So I'm not sure how much of his say was on this album, but apparently the ones after this, that's kind of what his goal was, to show off what she can do. Because she's got a great voice. I think she's super talented. I totally have a newfound respect for her, and I'm going to jump into more of her albums and see what else she's got. Because I'm really digging it. So, yeah, I mean, for right now, I'm not sure how often I'm going to, play this thing. But it's going to come up more often. I was surprised by it. I really, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, if I had to give this thing a rating, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Not my favorite thing in the whole world, but not bad by any means. I really did dig it. So, yeah, 7 out of 10. My name is Giggens. This has been Album Reviews with Linda Ronstadt. Don't cry now. Give it a try if you haven't heard it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.